Everyone, we talk. How you doing? We are here again. The Sonolo podcast, relax. I'm the one who's leading this interview.
Sorry. Lead,
Yes, it's PB again. We are here shooting. Sorry for not dropping those past Sundays. We have been struggling with a few technical stuff, but now we are here again. We're gonna drop. Surely next Sunday we'll be dropping. And let me reiterate. I did say this before. I'm gonna say it again. Whatever that my guest is saying, I'm not responsible for that. Whatever, I'm responsible to what I'm saying, not another person is saying. Or we don't have scripts. We don't tell people what to say. Anyone say whatever that you wanna say here. And if you're gonna mention your name, please forgive me in advance.
It's a free space. A free space.
By the way, it's not about me here. It's not about PB, the main host, of course. I'm having Mr. Nero here, and my co-host is also here. Maniga, talk to the people.
Good afternoon, my lovely audience. Today on Sonolo podcast, we have our brother Lorenzo Nero, who's from TETS. We'll be discussing his life concerning TETS. Actually, it's an abbreviation of Tanzabani, alcohol, drugs and services. So we'll be engaging much his experience throughout the whole thing and the whole initiative, how it came about, and their work going forward and what they implement throughout Tanzabani. Yes.
Yeah, we will be talking to Mr. Lorenzo Nero here.
Yes.
We will be talking about anything. We are not gonna censor a thing here.
It's a safe space. It's a safe space.
Yeah,
it's a safe space.
We talk about
it's a safe space.
Even if you cheated, my brother, talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Let's talk. We're gonna talk. Don't worry. We're here to talk, my brother.
We're here to
How
talk. That's
supposed
the most
Thank you for having me. Yeah. Tell the people who is
Who are you? Introduce yourself anyway.
Alright, I'm Lorenzo Nero. I was born in Griquastad, but I grew up in Bosmasburg most of my life. My mother, she's from Bosmasburg. My father, apparently, I don't know the guy. I'm not here to offend him. May his soul rest in peace, but apparently he's from Kurman.
Okay.
So I don't know him. But yeah, I was born here, finished school, Langklabai, and then my life journey, Joburg, and all of the funny things.
Well, at least you have me drink. The society need people like you.
No, drunk. I'm not saying you must do it, but drunk. I passed my matric.
Hey, listen, I'll second you on that. I'll second you. Hey, my metric, hey. But I don't know how. I just saw it. I was like, oh, God is good.
But God is good. By the grace of
God is good. That's what I said. By the grace of God.
No,
definitely.
By the grace of alcohol. Alcohol.
There's no grace in alcohol.
You know, if you have a praying mother and somebody that believes you, even though she doesn't believe in the things that you are doing, but she believes in the good inside of you, then that grace surpasses all understanding, because what she's praying for, she's not praying because she's seeing what you're doing, but she's praying to get you out of what she's seeing what you're doing, to understand. And every night in my drunkenness, whatever, coming home, I would find her with a Bible on top of her, and she would wait for me to get into bed, and then she would do her things, pray, whatever.
A step towards the right direction.
And she won't just pray for me. She pray for, even if she doesn't know you, she will pray. Prison, hospitals, whatever, she will pray, because it's not only me that's going through that. There's a lot of other children.
She's not selfish about prayer.
Yeah, but prayer is universal. You know, that's why they say when you pray, you also pray for your enemies, even those that you. That's why they say prayer, you gotta keep it as saint as it can ever be. That's the only way that God gets to answer and gets to follow it.
Yes.
Understand? But if you keep on praying, just saying me, don't forget you're not alone in this world, and God is for all of us.
And the other thing is, God don't like selfish people.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't be selfish about your prayers and things that you do. Rather acknowledge Him, but don't say me, myself, and I. That is where God will say no. He won't listen to your prayers. You understand?
You will excuse me, guys. I don't know when was my last prayer? I can't remember. I don't remember praying.
You need to start making it.
Yeah, I will commit myself to the mighty.
Not honestly,
to the
I'll also
mighty.
vouch for him. You know, there are times where I always get reminded from my parents. You know what? In this life, you must consistently and always pray. Hey, these days it's not easy to pray, my brother.
you know, sometimes it's not about, you don't have to go on your knees physically or say,
Okay, let me ask you a question. Maybe it might work for us. How do we go about praying? What do we start?
It's a conversation. You're having a conversation with God. It's not about you need to have the specific words to say, dear God, you are that. It's about, Lord, you know my heart. First of all, you say, Father, I acknowledge you. You know my heart, you know my mindset. Whatever I'm going through, I put it in your hand. I put you in the center of all. You don't have to make it now a complicated thing, you understand? Like you're going for an interview or with a girl you...
Yeah, you are not supposed to be having like content
You
in your
understand?
prayer.
In your prayer. Your prayer
You just
has
have to be
direct.
open yourself to the mighty.
You understand?
You understand, my brother. But then, yeah, Mr. Nero, you sound like a very godly person, which is society needs people like you guys. You understand?
You understand, and that's the thing.
The society needs such people. The guidance. So we socially need guidance from people who acknowledge God, who understand their conversations with the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah. You do understand your conversation with the Lord, my brother.
I'm working on it.
You are not a praying person, also like me.
I used to be.
You used to be.
You know, a long life. I was raised in a Christianity family where Sundays is church. If you don't go to church, the house gets closed. Then they'll open it once everybody comes back from church. Then they go and lock the door.
The same by me.
You understand? That was the same.
Even if I was drunk.
But then once I left home and I went to varsity, that thing became something of the past. I was in debate, engagements, and whatever. All those things. I started questioning a lot.
Whatever, madam. This is not about you. It's not about you. When how the biography. It's a simple question.
Now we're getting there. We're getting there. I get it.
He's preaching.
He's preaching. He's preaching. Yes, Mr. Nero, man. Tell the people, what are you here for? What are you gonna teach them about? What are you gonna talk about?
There's one thing in our society, especially in Portsmouth. I'm hearing this hype about people talking about alcohol, talking about drugs. But at the end of the day, what are you doing about it?
Yes.
You don't like when somebody comes, he steals your phone, he steals your what. You get angry, want to beat the person up. But did you ever go and talk to that person? Did you ever go to a light on the street, or somebody that's on drugs? Did you ever go? Or a person that comes to the car wash, and he comes and sits by the car wash the whole day, he drinks. Sometimes he will drink one beer. Did you ever go to that person and just have a normal conversation with him? Yeah, brah, how's it going? You understand? We don't do that.
Yeah, and then there's this thing about, remember we have this different approach, especially to alcohol. Some of us, me, I abuse alcohol, I abuse it.
Yeah, but why are you abusing it? I don't know that. I will say you're an alcoholic.
So I need to understand why.
I need to understand you.
Because if I don't understand, I'll judge you unfairly.
Yeah.
So I need to understand what are the basis of it. What
That's
makes you
why I'm
abuse
explaining
alcohol?
myself. That's why I'm gonna explain myself to the people. People, I do drink, not one cup. I drink a lot. I'm a drunkard. I drink, but then responsibly. Of course, I drink responsibly. I don't have problems. I drink for enjoyment.
But you see,
it can't be there.
No, but you see, that's the thing. He says he's drinking responsible and he knows how to handle his alcohol. But the thing is, why is he always going back to it?
Why is he always going
Why
back
you
to
always,
it?
you understand?
You're not saying you should leave. But
That's what we need to understand in society. Why are you always
the psychology
going back?
behind it.
You
The
understand?
psychology behind
Why
it.
are you on? Why is it a light we calling him? Like Sonolo, the last time he asked me, why is this that light he steals my TV? My 40,000 TV. Why is
they
he
stole?
stealing?
They stole your stuff.
No, Sonolo. He asked me
Oh.
that. Why is it tako? The thing is, sometimes we don't know what this light is going through. And for me, I personally, when I started using daga, when I started drinking, I wanted acceptance.
Okay.
I felt like I needed at home, the people don't understand me.
You felt neglected.
He is. And in the streets, the ones that is school, the ones that is drinking, the ones that is smoking, the soul that is shutting the lines and all of those things, those ones are the cool ones. So I needed to
I also wanted to be cool.
You understand?
Yes.
And that is why society, we're not teaching our lighties, listen here, at home. Come and say this at home. We don't give our lighties nowadays attention. You don't sit with your lightie. When you come home, your lightie will be on the phone. You will be on the phone. You never. When last did you have a conversation with your mother, your sister, your brother? I'm talking about the real conversation.
Yeah, and most of the families, man, we don't engage, man. We don't engage. We don't. And me also, I never. Okay, I don't have parents. Both my parents are late, but I'll say with my father, at least we had that thing of we always watched soccer together, and then we'll sit together most of the time.
Yeah.
Though actually that's why Kaiser Chiefs and Murday Chiefs. So no.
What's it for life?
No, because it's for life. The blaze wood. That blaze wood.
Stress van make dink nou van. Don't know what my Afrikaans name. My Afrikaans is messed up. It's a mess, my Afrikaans. So now, except that, so I think van that court, in court, at least they can distress Vicky, but Dharma. But it is me and my father, we had that bond. You understand? Yeah, but with my mother, it's always, yeah, go wash the dishes. So, we need to have that kind of relationship where you can sit down with your kid, help her or him with whatever homework.
Even during supper time, you don't even sit by the table anymore.
By the table anymore, yes, there's no conversation.
There, or I'll eat later because there's WhatsApp group chat is what I understand.
Hey, social media.
Sometimes you don't know. For me, when I started watching porn and all of those things, that's where it came in, because now I got bored of the people here. So now I'm checking, this lady in a G-string here. So now I want to find out now. And then that's where I come by the other things that I don't want to see. And that is now, those people is having sex, all of those things, you understand. And that is where children nowadays, they come. A naked person there, or not naked in a G-string, bruh. Interested.
You see now, some people, they do. I remember we have like different perceptions to whatever that we do. I might be watching porn with that. Maybe I might be having this certain thing in me, like I'm trying to heal myself from a certain pain that I'm feeling. Some people, they find it therapeutic.
Okay.
Or do you? Okay, I can tell you watch porn. Why do you watch porn?
When I started first, it was to actually understand what's this thing all about. You understand? What's that hype about sex? You know what? Because by the time I started watching porn, I didn't even have sex before. I was still a virgin when I started watching porn. So I'd say it was just an inside info into what am I going to be exposed to.
How did it make you feel? Except erection.
Except
it gave you erections, but then I want to understand, how are you feeling when you're watching it? Remember, I might be watching it because I feel horny.
The first time, I'll be as honest as I can be. The first time when I started watching it, I was like, okay. I was excited. I was excited. I was alarmed, and I even masturbated a couple times. But at this stage where I'm at in life now, at this stage in life, while I was going through it, I got to realize this is just what do you guys call it? Is it what?
Entertainment.
It's not necessarily entertainment, but it's just a fantasy.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy because what happens there is not necessarily what's going to happen.
But now you see, that's the thing is now, when I'm watching porn, like you say, it's a fantasy.
Yes.
But now some of us, we bring that
we want to put the fantasy into
our relationship.
No, when I realized there's a difference between the two,
you understand?
That's when I started giving it. Yes.
Now you want to come and do those things
that you see all day.
Done there. You want to
or
come
maybe the ladies not doing those things that you saw.
So now
there.
you want to, how can I say, you want to spice it up. And in being spicing it, sometimes, I remember one time my ex, she told me the next day, it felt like you were raping me.
Just as
and I was like, because I tried now to implement the porn stuff.
But ladies.
Because that's entertainment, to be honest. That's script written, it's directed. You understand?
And to us now, we want to unscript it.
Okay. And then
with those things, you want to unscript it. But those things were already most now. It's like, to understand, listen, this is what's going to happen that day. Now by us, it's just, I just want to unite them.
We're trying to characterize what you saw into our relationships. People, porn is addiction.
Yes,
Let's
it's bad.
reduce pornography, and medically, it's affecting mentally.
Yeah,
it's
mentally
affecting
it's
mentally.
affecting.
That's why the rape
Yeah.
stats is high. You understand?
Yeah.
Because now, if I was watching porn like heavy, I will prey on a young child. Because now that urge.
She doesn't have that say, so I'll be able to express myself the way that I saw it.
I need to. For me, when I was watching porn, and I was like, yo, now I need something. 50 rand, I take it out, I go and buy myself a prostitute, because for me, it was like, I don't want to, if I go and do that to another girl, when I make her drunk and I want to, you understand? That means with my sister, my cousin, whoever, that can be done also, and that is what's been done. You understand? Because now, what I am doing, I'm saying, listen, bro, go and do that to my sister.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing it to somebody else's sister. You understand?
Yes.
And that is what porn is doing. It's preying on young children, rape, and all of those things. But now the thing is, society don't want to talk about it, these things. Even at school, they don't want to talk about
No,
it.
it's not. They don't want to. People are. Let's say, they are shying out. They are afraid to talk about such things. So, it's you who are the forefront, who have better understanding.
Similarly to text.
You are there. Yeah, you into
Text.
Tanzabane,
alcohol,
drugs, services. Yeah, you are there to teach these people. Me, I need to be taught about by you, my brother. I'm clueless.
Can we get you understand?
I don't.
My brother, what does TEDS do? Sorry to cut you off there. What does TEDS do?
That is an NPO. We work with the schools.
Okay.
We work with drugs, alcohol. Sometimes when it's family based, we send you to farms, but we are more in the drugs and alcohol and teaching and to steer you into the right direction from early childhood into growing. Understand? Because we go to schools, we give teachings there, clinics, we go there. Like today they were in the show clinic.
So my brother, I hear you saying the right direction. A point in case would be, let's say I'm a drug addict, heavily drug addict, and you can see that I'm suffering from that. Where do you come in and where do you go? What's the channel? What's the procedure?
Okay,
throughout it?
You are on drugs. You are drug addict. I can ask you, listen, like there's a questionnaire that we give you. You answer. But now the thing is, I can't force you if you're not ready. Because first of all, there's a lot of money sending you to a rehab for 6 months. So in that 6 months, you're gonna get a help. But now, for you to be a drug addict, you need to first come to the realization and say, listen, man, this thing is messing up my life. This thing is alienating me from my family, from my friends, from society. I am a threat. The only time where we can call in the police is where the family sees that you are a threat to yourself. That I think it's section 13 or 33, where we can section you. Go to the police, get an affidavit, then we go to court. They give social worker comes and see, are you a threat to yourself, people at home, the society. Then now the police will come in and take you
forcefully.
Not actually forcefully, but they have
No, it
now,
depends.
they
Remember,
have now
they
the
are
courts.
Okay.
Let them do their job, brother. It's SAPS, they know what to do.
But now with the
Don't worry about
approval of the court, then they can come and take you to a rehab.
Oh, I like how you say, they're like, you abide by these certain sections in this forum.
Yes.
Like there's a section
Because
that
they
would
can't force you.
okay,
Because force is a crime.
Alright.
If I take you to rehab now, and I put you in rehab, within 3 months or 2 months, you decide, hey, I'm sharp, I'm gonna come home. You can come home, but now you must remember the money that was spent on you to get you there, to make you stay there. Because it's 4.5 or 3.5 a month, food, everything included. Plus toiletries and those things also need.
to where are you rehabilitating people?
We send you to BRC, Bedside Recovery Center in Pretoria.
Oh, okay.
And for 6 months you go there. I come from there. It's a good place. It's a Christian place. I found God there.
How long have you been in transition?
I've been for 6 months.
For
The 24th of last month, I went in. It's now 4 years that I'm after clean. You understand?
Okay, it means Moses, the journey is tough, eh?
Every day, for me, every day. Even you can ask any drug addict that's clean. Every day, for us, is a battle. Because that's why we take it one day at a time. If I can overcome that fear of that soul of it today, then I'm happy. It's a milestone for me.
Yeah.
I accomplished more than anybody can do in a year, because one day for me it's like yo, I overcome that thing.
Because so, remember, you couldn't.
Based on that, you'd say there are relapses in between?
Yes, they can be. I relapsed once or twice because of I couldn't. Now, especially when it comes to partners and family passing away and what, don't you understand? So that is where you need to have a strong support base. Last week somebody said, yeah, the people, they send them to rehab, they come back, they relapse. Now I got angry inside of me there, and I was like, you saying something like that, but what are you doing actually to help that person? To help when I come from rehab. My grandmother now, she knows where I am. I have like a, how can I say, time table. If I say, listen, by 2 o'clock I'll be at home. If I'm not 2 o'clock at home, then they'll start phoning me. Where are you?
Okay.
Because they're holding me accountable. My wife and my grandma. You understand? So they are holding me accountable at home and wherever I go. They want to know at all times, what am I doing, but who am I? You understand? And that is how I am still. Because it doesn't feel like I'm in a prison or whatever, but no, it's being accountable to somebody and myself.
You did set those certain time frames for you.
Yes.
By this time I'm doing what. By this time, yeah, it's nice, my brother. But then you are clean, man. I can tell you look clean.
But I gotta ask one question. Going back to the sections that we mentioned, that the whole procedure of going through the court and getting interdicts and affidavits for everything. A point in case, second one. You know, there are kids that we see around here. I'm sure you are well aware of those kids that I've seen. No, I'm referring to kids who are about your 6-year-old to 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-olds. When it comes to an instance of a case like that, who are street kids? Not they are street kids because they've lost their parents or because they've been abandoned. No. These are kids who have homes, who have mothers, who have fathers. You understand? But I also understand with the mothers and fathers, from my observation on some, the matter it starts with alcohol abuse on the parents that leads to the abuse that goes to the kids, I say. Because these kids are negligent. I'm coming from communities where I know a mother would be concerned if it's 6 o'clock and a 7-year-old is still not at home. 8-year-old, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, you're still finding him roaming in the streets. As a parent, what do you say? And where does stats come into solving this whole solution between the two?
That is now...
Because I'm sure you guys are well aware of this. You know we have kids like this in Utah.
There's people that's coming through offices with children online. They, how can I say, tested positive at the age of 9, 7 years old with DAGA. You understand? And now the thing is, we try and help them. That's why we go to the schools, we do outreaches into the communities, and we go to parents to where we can help. But now the thing is, I'm going to be honest on this. I'm not talking on behalf of that, I'm talking on behalf of myself.
We have to.
We get as personal to me, because you know what, nah, I found out where parents, they don't want to accept that it's my child doing this thing. And when we come and say, listen, we want to help this child, we want to help you, then it's like, listen here, go to your house, check your house, leave my children alone. There's children running around in the streets. They want to get help, they want to be helped. But at the end of the day, there's always something or somebody standing in the way of helping that child. You understand? Because we as states, we are funded. We want funding. But the thing is, we can't operate without funding. We can't help all of the children. That's why I'm making a plea to the people of Postmasburg, the businesses. Come on board, help us to help Postmasburg. Let us get Postmasburg back to the place it was once before. But only when that can happen is when everybody, you listen, until here, no more. We're gonna stand up and not just pepper.
Yes,
Understand?
yes,
Because that's what's happening in Portsmouth.
Because we have a scourge actually of that. We have scourge of housebreaking, we have scourge of mugging, robbery,
And we know,
all of those.
we know who's the
We
people.
know who are these people.
We know
who
who's selling
perpetrators.
drugs.
We know the perpetrators.
We know who's doing those things, but because I don't know why are we scared. But maybe I don't want to say let's leave the police out of this. But at the end of the day, we as a community we need to stand up, take back what is ours.
We were having this conversation. Sorry. We were having this conversation just Sunday. I was hanging with a few friends. We had a conversation of when the problem now that we have in our country and even in our communities is because we assume that the mere problem we have here in Postmasburg, we must point the finger to the president and say, the president is failing us or the police are failing us first. Our councillors. Why doesn't the councillor? A simple thing. Now we crying so much about counterfeit cigarettes, illicit cigarettes and everything and all of those and all of those and all of those and all of so many things. But yet, what are we doing? It starts with the mere councillor to stand up and say, let's make sure the very same stores that will allow people to open stores and sell, are they regulated enough? Are they selling things that are supposed to be of value to the community and things which are right for the community? Yes or no? No. Because the councillor only assumes he's a councillor only to make decisions and to dictate.
What are they doing actually?
What are you doing with the
Not
community?
attacking them or anything, but at the end of the day,
You're not
what are they
incorporating.
doing?
You understand? You're not incorporating. They can see these kids. It's not like they don't see them. They see these kids roaming the streets. They see these kids jumping in these trucks and trying to pull their sales and whatever. Come on, does it make sense to you that the 7-year-old will want to climb that big truck of a mine and want to pull the sales just to make ends meet?
I understand. And
so when some don't do that, what do? That's when they start robbing things, they start doing whatever. So it comes with us having a sense of community, of engaging with one another and making sure that we stand by ourselves and we know that this is our community, we're going to look after it. That's why most communities don't cry to the government and complain because they do things on their own.
No, man, you must understand. Once I become a councillor, I'm not trying to sound exposing or to sound somehow, but you must understand this. Me personally getting that position, the councillor position, it's to look after myself, not to look after any other person, not to look after.
And that's where they're getting it wrong.
That's what is happening.
That's where they're getting it wrong.
We are getting those positions to service us, not the community.
And those that place us there.
We are giving us this glamorous life, this lavish living.
The privileges that come with it.
That the community is not getting. You understand, my brother?
That's wrong. That I said yesterday to somebody, now I didn't Portsmouth Park. I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like living in Portsmouth anymore. I want to move out of this place. It's just because my grandmother, she's still here. Understand? But me, I told my wife, if I get opportunity now, I'm gonna leave this place. Because here in Portsmouth, there's no more that thing of Ubuntu.
Yes.
There's no more a neighbor is.
There's no personal growth. There's nothing, my brother.
No, and that's how we used to know it.
There's personal growth when it suits your pockets.
When it suits your pockets, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't want to help another person. Whereas you see, there's a lot of businesses, and I'm gonna say it again. Just to adopt a child, adopt a street kid. Then how much is the mines paying you? That contract you're getting. You must getting a social responsibility in that somewhere. Where you need to put back into the community.
Yeah. Within what you're saying, there was a consideration that came now. I think it was Kolomela and is it Kumba or is it Biezuk, where they donated a grader to the municipality.
And the water truck is broken now.
The SLP.
You see, but it was this big machine. I think it's like, what do you call it? Somewhere there. Then the question came, the community started asking. Yeah, then the community started asking. Well, like, man, in a town where we have more than 30 mines, why is it at all the time when we have a donation? You saw that? Yeah, when the question was like, no, why is it always it's only these two mines and Kolomela? What about these other mines?
And Kolomela that are active.
You understand?
What about these other mines?
That's why I'm always asking this. Beside the mines, the contractors, I'm talking about the children, the owners that is owning, that's how can I say, own businesses.
Yes.
They have a pie there by Kolomela.
Yes.
What are they doing to uplift our community? I'm not saying now they must give what I'm saying. Adopt a lighting. I want to start a project. Adopt a lighting. Adopt a street key. Teach that lady the fundamentals of listen here. This is 1, 2, 3. This is what. Teach him how to become a welder, boiler maker, or send him back to school. What. There's a lot of people here that I'm not saying
They have the means and they can do it, to be honest.
But
They have
the
the
thing
means.
is, I want to show off my lady is driving a new what. My lady is wearing fancy clothes and what. I'm living in a fancy house. What. This isn't that anybody, but I'm saying this, what's happening, and I'm seeing it every day in Postman. Rather than saying, listen, the street kids that you said now is busy pulling that thing down. Why don't I go and ask that lady, what do you want to become? No, this I still don't know. Okay, fine. Great, what are you? I'm what. Come and take you back to school. Or come and take you somewhere
What
where
are you
can
good at?
understand.
What are you good at?
Then
Let's
you will
take it
start
from
taking
there.
it back
Yeah.
step by step.
Yes.
Adopt a child. Initiative
Ah,
can be
that
started.
initiative could be,
I think
could be a nice.
it could be a nice thing
Yeah,
because
lot of
most of the
people-
time what a person only needs is a change of perspective. You know, if you see something different from the norm,
Yeah.
you get that influence or you get that urge to say how. Those whole time I've been thinking is like this, can't even, this thing is also possible. You already sparked that curiosity in that individual. They'll want to see more and ways. Just a change of perspective, a change of scenario. Just,
You
that's
can,
all.
even if you don't know how to do it, come to TEDs. You can explain the process to you. Listen, this is what's gonna happen. Come help us. You are businessmen. Our aftercare, we need people to come and say, listen, share your skills with us. Come help us. Because now the lighters, they go to rep, they come back, go to aftercare, what. 1, 2, 3, that lady gets bored. What is he gonna do? There's no
Relapse.
we can't fund him and what, but we can give him that safe space. But now we need to do something, he needs to learn something. But now nobody comes on board to say, listen, we can't just say Kolomela, we can't just say Gezu, there's a lot of minds, there's a lot of minds. Come on board, help. Don't just say, I'm enriching my own pocket. Because when those minds leave you, what's going to stay behind?
Just
So,
What's going to stay behind?
you
a
know.
drugful location, everybody's houses gets robbed every day, every night. You can't live in peace, in harmony. But if we as the people stand up and say, listen, adopt an addict, adopt a street kid, maybe then.
So at what phase now is the project of Adopt a Light?
No, I'm still busy.
I love it already.
I'm still
You know,
busy.
if I had the means, maybe I will
I'm
adopt.
still busy in how can I say, busy
Still in the pipeline.
So just so we are clear on this, because I see we emphasize Adopt a Light and the Light. People will think maybe we're just saying it's only boys.
No, adopt a
Boys,
girl.
and boy or girl, it doesn't matter. We still have boys and girls who still
Lighting
misuse
in
drugs.
Africans, lighting is means.
Yeah, adopt a
And
light.
you know, the thing is, girls are getting exploited by this thing. If I get your daughter hooked on to drugs, then tonight she will come by my place. She will want her back. What am I gonna do?
I'll exploit it.
I'm gonna say, hey, 1 round or whatever. There's a lolly. After that, I'm gonna have sex with her.
Yes,
Out of
yes.
being sound-minded, and that's our young girls is getting into this thing of now. I'm coming to a Chichanyama tavern for 1 beer. What? I'm gonna sell my body because
that's
now
right.
I want to get.
Yes.
You understand? And that is what's happening. The norm.
I think that goes in all different ways. It's not only a matter of drugs. It's also hunger, poverty, you not being able to having means of doing anything else. So you find yourself being stranded and being vulnerable to people who are more privileged than you. And when you realize, when
They
you get to
exploit
say,
you now. They
yes,
end up
that's exploitation,
exploiting
because at the end of the day, you get to realize this person is in need, but you use their need to your advantage.
Understand.
Where no, you can get everything you want and give them a less of what they even thought that they could get.
See, going back to what I said in the beginning, getting to know people, getting to know him, not just as this person, inside. What is going on inside his head? That is when we will start to realize, why is that like on the street? Why is that man sitting or that woman sitting by the tavern every day?
That's why you can even find a solution,
You understand?
That's why you can
Yeah,
even find a solution. Not to say, how can I help you?
I just say you are good at this. You are good at really you should push this.
Adopt a lighty company. My brother, you got my full
Initiative,
support. I
this
believe in
initiative.
self too.
Push it.
Thanks.
We are behind you. You know the Sonolo podcast, it's always there. It's always there too. Yeah, as Mr. Nero said, Mr. Nero talked about this very important financial topic. He said funding, it's needed. Anyone who can extend his or her hand, any organization that can help, please help us. Sonolo Podcast also help us. We need these fundings. Mr. Nero,
Clean our streets.
let's clean our streets.
This is our place.
And then this the part where we're talking about pornography, of which we always undermine this topic. We always take it as a joke, of which mentally it is derailing people mentally.
It's illegal.
Mentally, people are not functioning because of they are being blinded by pornography. How are you gonna clear this up? Make the community understand how effective pornography is.
First of all, parents starts by you. Starts by the parent. Laptop. Nowadays you must have Wi-Fi. I don't know what my light is doing in his room there because I don't care.
It's common murtu.
And that's the truth. You understand? We don't know. We don't check up on our children. We don't engage with them. We don't want to be, how can I say, like my grandmother, she was hands-on growing up. 5 o'clock, like you said, at home, busy washing the floors, dishes and what. 7 o'clock, lights out, we sleep. Nowadays, that light will be he'll be on his phone until 10, 12 o'clock. What is he doing on his phone?
Inboxing people, asking sexual.
And can I tell you something? I got catfished about in my first year out of Korea. Meeting my then girlfriend, now my wife. Somebody sent me a baby on WhatsApp, on Facebook. Can you chat? We went to WhatsApp, chat, sending me naked pics, what. Hey, then me also. I'm first sending half. Then sometimes you get stupid. I send my whole body. So, the next morning I'm still, hey, how are you doing? And it's like, listen, if you don't send 3,000 rand now, this will happen and what. And I was like, yeah, this person is taking me for a stupid. Can't you find? It goes on to my Facebook, takes my girlfriend's pic and say, this is my your girlfriend. This is going to get sent to her and what. You know, I was stressing like, yo, what am I going to do now?
Did you pay it?
No, I found one of my brothers to track the number, but because that other guy was set work and what, so we couldn't. But then he said, "Bro, you need to man up, you need to acknowledge this thing." And what did I do? I went onto Facebook. I said, "Listen, I am sorry. This is what happened. I sent new pictures and what. So now this person is threatening me now and what. So if you're going to see these things, I am sorry about it. But anyway, then somebody commented, he said, "But at least they will make your thing famous."
Okay, I
understand. And I was like, okay. I didn't tell my girlfriend that I was then. Listen, I don't care. Someone started swearing because I was angry. And then I told him, you can do what you want, but you're not going to get a 3,000 from me. And after that, it stopped. We didn't post or whatever. You understand? And that is what's going to happen. Sometimes we meet people on Facebook. Sometimes we watch porn sites. And in watching their porn sites, you will so much just see somebody's inboxing you on WhatsApp. That's this person. You don't know this person.
It happens.
It's because of
that's
the links.
That's the internet for you. People don't realize that. You know, I can find out everything that you've done. Each and every video you've watched. What do you like? What are your fetishes? I can know everything through social media or even the internet alone. Most people don't know that. They will just assume it's fun. You can know. You're also leaving a trademark, your own footprint there. Where tomorrow, if I wanna take you, if I have a problem with you, I can get everything that I want just here, and I'm gonna use it against you. Once I have leverage, you can't say nothing.
The cyber life, cyber life.
It's
as nice as it is, it has its repercussions.
So, Mr. Nero, you are saying we should stop watching porn.
You can never say stop watching porn. Porn will always be there, no matter how much you do it.
And the industry is growing here in South Africa these days. Have you noticed?
It's a fastest.
The industry is growing now in South Africa. Apparently sex sells. People say sex sells.
It's selling.
I saw the last time, I don't know that lady, Kolila Mfeka.
Yeah, Colin Mfeka, yes.
Housewife, what thing of South Africa. Those women, they are almost prostitutes or whatever, ladies of the night.
Oh, I saw it.
I
It's
read
like a series, ne? It's a
Yeah.
series.
Yes.
Think on
My,
box office.
what did I say?
Showman,
My, this body works for me. Something. I think there's this
Yeah,
hashtag of
this
theirs.
body makes
This body works
And then
for
I
me.
went to read it on Facebook, and then I saw that lady. They were fighting because that one says, "Listen, I made you who you are. I got you your first kid of on the sex tape, on this what. I'm
Can
getting
you say
how much."
I made you who you are?
That's what-
But you see. No, here's the okay. In pornography, ne, there I can say money is the influence. You understand? So some people are so obsessed with money, my brother. They are willing to do whatever it takes to get that change. Me, I don't mind. Me, I never. This me last performance. This is my last body, my brother. You understand? So I won't exploit this body only because of Zach. No, man. I always refused. There are a lot of companies that try to exploit me. You understand, my brother? But then, with PB, it's another story.
I met a 16-year-old in Jobo. She told me, "Hey, bruh, this man came up to me. He promised me the best life and what. Well, now here I'm sitting, I'm softly run around." You understand? That's what happens. I come and promise you the best life. I say, "Hey, baby, I give you buy things here. Then I take you out."
We lost girlfriends. We lost girlfriends because of these guys with money. Hey,
Here's the thing that people need to understand now that we have to get right. You know, don't ever be so desperate about money to an extent where you are willing to compromise yourself, your health.
But there's a thing.
You know,
That is what is
everything of it.
happening.
But there's a thing. I can find out about, and nowadays I can, like you said, I can find out about where you come from, where you living, how is your things at home and your household, is it sharp, what.
So are we going to
It's not gonna
volunteer?
exploit
So are we
you.
going to volunteer to exploitation for the sake of money?
Some people, that's
what is
extent that goes
happening.
now.
Exploitation.
I'll exploit you. I'll buy your mother groceries. I'll buy you stuff
Lavish
just to
living, my
get you.
friend.
So are you really free? We fought so hard for freedom only to come to be exploited for the sake of money.
That's what I
To be
ask, are you
enslaved
free
to
or
our
are you
money.
dumb?
Yeah.
I'm so dumb, my bro. I'm so dumb.
We are dumb because the thing is now we are selling our souls to things that is not of us. This body is not my body. I was borrowed this body, but now because I see money, I like things, and when you see I like things, that's where you come in and then you exploit me, and it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah, but then that's what I'll say. We guys are doing that. Most of us guys who have ladies, it means my wallet is open.
But you are lying to yourself.
Because you can't keep those women. Because you know what? Even if that wallet no longer has money, you think you still be able to have those
You
privileges?
lose.
You understand? You will lose everything.
Then
that
she
you-
jumps into somebody else who exploits her.
Because I told somebody before I came in, bruh, rather be honest with that person and tell that person, listen, I don't have the means to live up to that life that you are accustomed to. I can't. I'm a normal type of guy where if I can buy a loaf of bread that's so bright, it's sharp. I don't have to spend money coming to KFC, Spur, Devoness every night. I don't have that money.
You understand, my brother? I think that here's the core problem. The core problem is I won't say we are too afraid. I'll say as humans, I like saying this thing, but then it seems humans are too slow to understand it. We were too comfortable with being happy, you understand, with living good, forgetting that life didn't only promise goodness, life didn't only promise this happiness. There is a sad side of life that we should be content with. You understand me? We need to equalize these things, bad and good. They are here together. So let's be let's stop being obsessed with happiness. Feel sad. It's fine. Cry. It's good. You're only human. Stop trying to be this. How do you put it?
The superhero.
Don't wanna be like somebody. Just put it easy. Don't wanna be like somebody.
Yeah,
Don't
okay,
be a
let's
hero.
put it like this. Guy.
Listen, don't want to be like
Don't be a
someone. Be yourself.
Don't be a
Be
stereo.
yourself.
You
Yeah.
want to be like what's this? Chuck Norris. You never get beaten up. You always the guy. You
No,
always
it
happy.
doesn't work like that.
You need to.
Especially ladies, please, man. Hey, Lorenzo mo president. Go galang go rata zaka. Ga re khone go him. Majita ba mo dikoloto.
But no, that's where you're wrong. You can't blame the lady.
You can't blame
No,
the
I'm not-
lady.
the lady.
No.
Blame the-
As
blame
a man,
the
as a man, you must also,
No,
you, as
you
a
need
man,
to- you
as a
need to
man, you
know.
must also have, how can you put? You must have your standard, man. Let's
Yeah.
put it as a standard. You should
That's-
know,
If you know that's a slay queen, stay away.
and you know you can afford. Stay away.
That same standard ke one e chokang manjita. Mojita o batla go dula mo this standard. Understand? It's disappointing for a married guy to like getting okay, you can like whatever stuka what you like, but then you are a married man, you are a husband, you have like 4 kids. One, I like to mix this thing. One child of yours, he or she is hooked into drugs and stuff. There's a grot man. I would like to work a grot man. A diamond man zag head. Oh bro. What Lamudi Kawash they spin no the my 2000. Understand me? They spin my 2000 because of you are moneyed. You have the financial means to attract. Like verstaan je? Jy is getrouwd, oh bro. Jy kom by die car wash, jy kom by die taverns. Jy doen die goeders, oh bro.
But you see, that is the thing. Why did you get? Yesterday we had a discussion, and after this, around 3 o'clock, I'm gonna go again to a marriage session.
Oh, okay.
You know, the thing is, why are you getting married? Why are you dating? Why are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Should I answer?
Why? No, I'm
No, it's just putting it out
Yeah, I
there.
have a lot of
Why-
answers.
Yeah, no, it's not putting. It's not for you to answer.
Why are
It's
you
just
dating?
putting it out there.
Why are you in a
doing it?
relationship? Why are you getting married? Because there was a saying, I don't want to eat the same meat every night.
Yeah.
Do you
That's-
understand?
Yeah.
That is when you are trolling now. But now when it comes to marriage, your mindset needs to start changing. To saying, listen, when I was doing those things like you said now, I have 4 like this. Yeah, if the marriage is not there, then I can start trolling. But if the marriage is still there, why did I then marry this woman if I'm gonna say I'm never gonna spend the rest of my life with her? You need, don't have to have somebody else make your marriage work. You are the one that's gonna have to make it work. You can't lean on somebody else to make your wife. Yesterday I posted this thing. I said, that man said, when you are praying, don't pray, yo, Father God, I want to have a car. Father God, I want my wife to stay in this beautiful house. No.
And bear in mind, marriage is not a
It's not about-
success.
And it's not about
You must
me.
understand, getting married doesn't mean now, yeah, ne, ke bokgoni botshelo.
You need to-
No,
It's just
no. Listen, when it comes to that, we can. Let's back to Diva. Yeah? But
sound different.
yes, from my angle of view, and somebody said it. He said, it's rare you'd find or you'd hear somebody who didn't grow up in such a house to be an advocate for. If you were born in a married house, you'd be an advocate for marriage because you saw marriage
Nowadays,
work. Nowadays, it has changed. That's why even marriages, most people don't have the very same values, or they don't even treasure it the way we treasure it. Because we're not raised in such homes where they don't know what it takes to get a marriage to work, or how do we work within the marriage.
No, yana people feel for a marriage. It's like a limit. You are limiting yourself
It's
from
not
options.
a limit, because
No, it's
even
not-
within marriage,
no, it's actually,
there's still a lot to learn going
let's be
forward.
raw. Let's be raw. It is a limit. You are limiting yourself to one lady. No, let's be raw.
They say
Marriage
you
is a limit. You are limiting yourself to one
what is-
lady. What do you mean it's not a
putbull
limit?
chain around your neck.
You are limited to that.
I was
lady.
told that, yeah, but you put a putbull chain around your neck. But then I said, you know what? If that is your perception of marriage, then it's fine. But me, I'm not gonna be that boring man to say, listen, I can't take my wife out. I can make her feel special. I can do all of those things that she wants to when we were dating. dating, marriage is the same as dating. It's just that now it's stepped
we
up.
know. Now we know. Now we
Stepped
know.
up from dating.
Yeah,
Now
I feel like taking that status to your head. It's the reason why it tends to be difficult. Remember now, we are dating. We have been fine all this time. I end up trying to make you my woman, my wife. I marry you. Once we get that status, the marital status, then people tend to take it into their heads now, and then
sometimes
it
it does.
becomes so difficult to like function the way they've been functioning as girlfriend and boyfriend. People, marriage is a good thing. I have nothing against marriage. All I know about me is that I will never get married. Just
Hey, never say never.
anything about that's
Never say.
any lady who's gonna date me, just know that you are wasting your time. I'm not gonna marry.
Don't come a lady. Don't come a lady. Don't come a lady.
They will come. That lady will come.
Yes, Mr.
You'll
Nero.
swallow your words.
So let's we time is up. Time is up, Mr. Nero, man. Tell people anything about you. How do they reach the?
What would you like to tell to the audience out there going forward? What do you expect from
No,
them?
Ekvel die ouens
What do you
sê,
say?
laat ek die ene sê van ons. Ons, I will try to speak it in Afrikaans. Ek
Praat maar sê-
probeer om in
Praat,
Afrikaans.
nie toe waar, jy praat.
Ons soek donations. Mense, ons vra. Ja, nee, nie soek vra.
Ons vra.
Yeah. People, please, we need donations. We need, Mr. Nero will talk about that. We need funding. We need to help the community. That's why that's the main reason we are doing this podcast, is to help. It's also to expose. It's also to talk about failing relationships. Yeah, he's talking about a lot. We are here to talk about a lot. So, Mr. Nero, sir, our time is up. How are you gonna motivate the young ones out there?
All right. Simple. Believe, trust, and obey. Whatever instances you are in. If it's for you, yes. If it's not, get out.
Get out.
Understand? And another thing is adopt a child, a street kid, a girl, boy, whatever. I am busy with that thing, and very soon I will present it. Adopt. Bosmasburg, business people, I'm talking to you. Let us take our place back.
Adopt Sonolo podcast. We also value
Yeah.
Good
And
people. Thank you for joining us.
before PB and they say something.
Okay.
You know what? I believe in Sonolo podcast. Subscribe, like it. And another thing is people of Postman. I was talking to PB earlier on. You know what? This is a good platform, not just for us, but for you as all of you guys. If you have a venue, if you have a nice guest house, nobody knows about it. Here's the guys.
we will promote it for you.
Ultimately, yeah, it's part
As
of
you can see, we are also ionized. We are ionized. We are ionized. Yeah.
We are ionized.
Thank you
True,
to
it's-
Alkaline for the support. We will continue supporting you also. Support us, we support you. That's our motto.
That's
You
what makes a
support us,
community. A
we
community
support
looks
you.
after each other,
Look
you know.
after each other.
It's community coming together with different ventures and working together, giving each other the platform, the space and the opportunity to be able to work together, engage, socialize and find a way towards a better future.
Yes, sir.
If it's not for Postmasburg, let it be a better future for the entire world
Amen.
going forward.
Yeah.
That's all we preach. It's all love from us, from Sonolo Podcast. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And you know, we're always here. Every Sunday you're gonna see us in your screens with your locals, everybody you know, from businesses to everybody, and everybody who has a story. Please, if there's something you'd like to share
Yeah, you talk
or
too
something
much,
to
you're
announce,
talking too
let
much.
us know. Then we'll be
Yeah,
able to host you, right?
Yes, sir. We are out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.